Hey everyone, welcome to, this is it's gonna be a Bob Wrench video special. Yeah, it's the first Bob Wrench video here. Yeah, my life is gonna be coming here, but yeah, thankfully an first update on the car situation. Yeah, my father bought a new car. It's also a Prius, so we have two Priuses now. So yeah, we're gonna be saving a lot in gasoline and like that here. But now we're gonna be getting into the trio of news is here. First of all, we're going to be talking about Comcast. Comcast, you're just as worse than EA, alright? Electronic arse, or electronic a-holes or like this. But now we're talking about Comcast, and now I like to call them ComCRAP. Now there's a reason why I want to call them ComCRAP, alright? You monopolize many characters, but now you're moving into the video businesses here towards Hollywood. Says, I want exclusive rights. Okay, let's do Dreamworks. All right, so now ComCRAP bought out Shrek. Yeah, Dreamworks recorded Shrek. So now, if you're a Verizon or non-Comcast customer, you can't watch Shrek. And I hate this because, you know, we're slipping into this paradigm where, okay, we're going to have exclusive content. And, well, first of all, it has a couple of things here. First of all, we can now do anything with a speed like this here. Because ComCRAP now with these a-holes with a cap on it. So now you have to deal with the caps to watch Shrek. So, you know, I don't want it this way. I want the cable company to focus on the technologies they're providing with your TVs. Instead of, you know, just getting customers by having exclusive content. Yeah, exclusive content, yeah. So, really? Do I have to say that this is not good? So now I can't watch Shrek, I can't watch Madagascar, I can't watch Ice Age or any like that now. I think that this should be in a way for DreamWorks and Disney to compete. Not hold these you know companies by the balls and saying, we're going to have it run over here. And so I think Verizon may purchase Disney, but I don't want it this way. I want it tier by tier competitions. I want it to be Verizon versus Comcast. Not Verizon with Shrek versus Comcast with Walt Disney. So therefore, Walt Disney and DreamWorks can say, hey, I don't have to... It shouldn't be a point where I have to switch carriers to start watching Shrek, or I have to switch carriers back to start watching Mickey Mouse or Frozen. Because, you know, I hate these monopolies, and it needs to stop. And I think that's about it. Okay, now moving on to video games, because this is VGM. Yeah, my channel's still VGM. It's called Video Game Media. We're going to talk about the tale of Nintendo and Sony screw-ups, and we're going to be talking about this by this for the day here. Start off with Sony with the PS4 Neo, or PS4.5 or whatever. I think it's a horrible idea. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna tick off people who bought the PS4 on launch day, because whether it's gonna continue on the PS5 era, is it gonna be okay? I bought the PS5 on launch, and then 2 or 3 years later, an updated console comes out that has the capabilities of the first PS5 doesn't come out here. I'm sorry, but you know, if that's the case, why don't you make your models upgradable? Okay, I bought the console with an expansion port. I mean, it should come up with an expansion port. So therefore, I can be able to swap out my CPU by Sony. I mean, they should do that instead of, you know, releasing a whole new console. But on the other hand, I think Sony screwed up on the PS4, whatever it is, because I think they're claiming that, oh, the drive doesn't read CDs. And if that's the real case, I mean, why'd you put an inferior drive in the first place? It plays Blu-rays, so I think if that's the case, I mean, it should play CDs. But no, we're gonna have. But no, I think I went to GameStop and purchased a Nintendo game, and I'm talking about the Sony, and they says, oh, they're gonna be having an attachment to the PS4s. Well, Sony, if that's the case, then that attachment should be built into the system from day one. Okay, I mean, the attachment's probably nothing more than a DVD or Blu-ray player that's sort of capable of playing a PS3 game or whatnot here, or it's probably going to be a CD attachment, which should have been built into the first place. I mean, look, they should have just stick a red laser diode in the first place if it's missing in the place here. I mean, PS1 and PS2 should have been built in from the get-go, all right? If that's the case, then I have to say that it's over here. But this is what I want from the PS4 Neo, and by the way. Backwards compatibility. I don't care what they say about it. Or says, oh, backwards compatibility, blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with backwards compatibility? No. Backwards compatibility. Gamers want that, all right? They want to play their good old games in the past without hooking up another piece of electronic equipment. But, at the same time, yeah, I mean, the DS has gone through this, the 3DS has gone through this, the DS with the DSi, the 3DS with the new 3DS, and Sony's now doing it with consoles. Yeah, it seems like there's a pattern here. I mean, their handhelds are good. their handhelds are good, and now Nintendo's releasing the new 3DS. The PS4 is okay. I think it's a different story, but they're still, doing the stuff with the Sony. I mean, this is a similar fate of the DS and the 3DS. Look, if that's the case, Sony, I expect the next systems to be user upgradable. All right. I don't want to have to purchase a new system, a whole new system of the same generation, in order for you to do that. Okay, seriously, no, Sony. I mean, Sony has screwed up on the PS4 backwards compatible wise, and yeah. Now let's go to Nintendo. The NX. March 2017. Are you... Don't release a system in March. Nintendo. That's already a screw up on the NX. Alright? You tick me off when, I still remember the fiasco when you delayed it past the holidays of January. Look, I mean, people spent their money on games and systems in the holidays, alright? I mean, this is the right time to release a console is the holidays, alright? I think October, November, Sony did it, so Sony at least did it right with the PlayStation 3. Microsoft at least did it right with the Xbox, the Xbox One. Oh, Sony and the PS4, they released it for November. That's the time frame that is supposed to be when you're launching a systems. Because look, Nintendo, and you delayed Zelda U until March of 2017. At this point in time, Nintendo just canceled the Wii U version and released it on the NX. For goodness sakes, Nintendo, the Wii U has been a disaster, and you're making the same mistake on the NX. Well, you're making the same mistake on the 3DS, but you don't release it in freaking March. The freaking system. Nintendo. Like I said I don't want them to screw up on the NX because of the way they screw up on the Wii U. And I think it's better off right now to saying, okay, let's delay this until like September or October. I think this is what they should have done right now. I mean, they need to stop delaying and delaying and delaying games when you announce it and stuff like that. You don't announce a freaking game. And just, like, if that's the case over here, we're teasing over here just a couple of statements here. But then when you make it a good announcement and like that, so don't announce a game that's not going to come out for years. We've seen this with, yeah, it's a Sony title. We've seen this in The Last Guardian. God knows when the first time we've announced it. Oh, PS3 error, like whatever it is here. And it still hasn't come out yet. Hopefully it'll come out in 2016, but Christ almighty, Nintendo. Yeah, you know you have a lot of money, but you need to stop screwing up. Alright, you need to start, you know, focus on a few games and then, you know, Nintendo, we're having a dry spell for this Christmas, and there's just no good games to come out for this Christmas on the Wii U. And, I would have to say this for the NX. Hopefully, I mean, I think what Nintendo should do is delay it again till September or October and release a good, decent game from day one. And they need to showcase the games. And why the frick do you have to cancel the... Why the frick do you decide not to showcase the freaking console at E3 2016? Yes, I'm a Nintendo fan, but Nintendo is screwing up. Ay, Nintendo. And I know I'm not the only one pissed. I mean, there's many videos ranting about this, and I have to agree with them. Say you shouldn't release a freaking system in March or February or like this. I mean, the Vita, Sony really screwed up in the beginning of the Vita. They released it in February with these overpriced memory cards. If Nintendo released it in March and you have to buy proprietary format, I'm sorry, but that's a big strike against the NX for this. I want the NX to be user upgradable. I would love the NX to be user upgradable, so like the hard drive, or even like, you know, a later chip or something like that users can upgrade in the future. Kind of like what they did in the N64, like, you know, users upgraded the RAM. Yeah, I bought a new RAM pack for the Nintendo 64. I think it's time. I think it's at that point. I think it's time for them to release an update that releases it for the N64. So, but Nintendo is stupid. All right. I don't want them to screw up the NX, but apparently Nintendo's doing it. So why? So, you know, why in the fall they should release in the fall? It's because hey, look, kids can look forward to Christmas over here. Like, kids can ask for it for Christmas, or a good time to release games in the fall because, hey, it makes Christmas lists longer. It makes, you know, this is where like a lot of games should release. Yeah, release a couple of games, good games here and there during the, you know, year round, but the big game should just release in the fall. And I think Doom 4 or Doom should have been released in September, October, like this here. But yeah, it's not coming out until May 13th, which is a couple weeks from now. But Nintendo is stupid. Alright. I think Nintendo is just... So, you know what? This is what I have to say about this thing here. This includes a special report on my thing here. Special report on the Bob Ranch video. So this concludes the tale of Nintendo and Sony screw-ups. And they're screwing up on the NX. Sony is, you know, not putting backwards compatibility on the PS4K. I mean, yeah. I mean, even though Nintendo may have a lot of money now, that doesn't give them the license to screw it up. And so yeah, this is me. What else is the news? Yeah. Oh yeah, Campbell Farms, they're putting zip line and like that. That's not video gaming news. But yeah. JD signing out, and E3 is coming in. E3 is coming up in a month and a half from now. We're going to be posting pretty good videos of that one. You're going to be watching this here. Yeah, of course, if EA comes in, I'm not going to watch the video because I don't care about EA. So I hope this game is better. Yeah.